Welcome to Jet Recaps. Today I will show you a psychological thriller, horror movie from 2018, titled Look Away. The first scene reveals twins on an ultrasound scan. The second scene reveals an agitated Maria in front of a mirror. Maria, who is 17, is a timid social outcast at her school. Her dad, Dan, is a plastic surgeon and an obsessive perfectionist. While her mom, Amy, suffers from depression and nightmares. After dressing up for school, she eats breakfast with her parents. They have a quiet breakfast, and then she leaves for school. She meets her friend Lily at the bus stop, who snatches off her cigarette. They take the school bus with Lily, unconcerned about Maria being bullied. Lily is a self-centered girl, more interested in making out with her boyfriend. At school, Maria watches Lily enviously as she kisses her boyfriend, Sean. Back at home, Maria storms out of a dinner conversation with her parents. Her mother had tried to set her up with a boy for prom night. Maria sobs as she hears her dad says hurtful words about her. Back in her room, she stares at her reflection in the mirror. As she stares, she notices something poking out from behind the mirror. She pulls it out only to discover it's a sonogram picture of twins. Later in the bathroom, her reflection begins to move on its own. Terrified, she runs out of the bathroom. The following morning, she attempts to discuss it with her parents. But her dad brushed her off and sent her to school. At school that day, she gets bullied again by Mark. Despite Lily's disapproval, Sean steps in to save her. Later that night at the tub, she dreams of her own birth. Afterwards, her reflection begins talking to her. When Maria asks her who she is, she introduces herself as Iram. Though they look physically the same, Iram is more confident and decisive. She tells Maria that she has always been there. And she assures her that she can take her sadness away. The next morning, Maria feels a bit confident after her meeting with Iram. To her parents' surprise that morning, she tells them she will go to prom. After school that day, she visits her dad in his clinic. She notices how he flirts around his female patients. After that, they head home. As they were driving back home, he tells her to come to the clinic tomorrow to receive an early birthday present. The next day she goes over to his clinic hoping the birthday present to be a car. But to her shock, he tells her that as a birthday present he is going to fix her flaws by performing cosmetic surgery on her. Crushed, she finds comfort in Iram's presence. As she talks to Iram in the bathroom, her mom walks in. Her mom senses something is wrong with her. She tries to talk to Dan about it, but he cuts her off. The next day, Maria follows Lily for a skating lesson. On the ice, she slips and despite her plea for help, Lily abandons her. Later that night in the bathroom, Iram comforts and encourages her. She promises to be there for her if only Maria will let her. As they are about to come near each other, her mom calls her. After her mom dresses her up, she leaves for prom. But she gets humiliated and physically assaulted by Mark at the prom. Devastated, she goes into the bathroom to find Iram. And they switch themselves by touching their lips and palms together. With Maria now locked in the mirror, Iram moves freely. That night, Maria's mom, Amy, has a nightmare about giving birth. The next morning, Iram walks into Maria's school confidently. Thinking she is Maria, Mark tries to bully her. But she stands up to him to his surprise. After school, she visits Dan at his office unannounced. She then arranges Amy to run into Dan's mistress. This forces Amy to realize Dan's infidelity and their superficial marriage. Maria, stuck in the mirror, is not pleased with Iram's actions. But Iram insists she is only being fair. And believes it is time they all pay for their sins. The next day after Mark's hockey game, Iram lures him to the shower. Unaware of her intentions, he falls for it and she breaks his knee. Afterwards, she follows Lily for another skating lesson. Unknown to Lily, Iram has figured how to skate secretly. On the ice, she chases Lily until she falls into the pavement. And the fall causes Lily to fatally crush her skull. In the bathroom that evening, frantic, Maria begs Iram for a switch. But Iram is not having it. She claims Lily's death was an accident. This made Maria to ask Iram again who she is. But Iram only replies, "You know me." With Lily now out of the way, Iram seduces Sean, and they make out. Iram and Sean continues their wild and intense relationship. They smoke marijuana and start cutting school. One day while at a motel, Sean receives a call from his mom. She informs him that the police want to speak with him and Maria. But Iram acting as Maria refuses to go, and Sean becomes suspicious. As he picks up his jacket to leave, Iram hits him on the head. Feeling remorseful over his death, she sobs with Maria in the bathroom. While at home, Amy has another dream about giving birth. And this time, the dream reveals Maria originally had a twin sister. But due to her deformity, Dan euthanized her at birth. Leaving the motel, Iram confronts Dan at his clinic. Pretending to be intoxicated, she strips naked. She demands to know if he would still love her if she was deformed. But Dan avoids the question and grabs a robe to cover her. She insists he answers her and forces him to look at her. When he replies yes, she slits his throat with a scalpel. She then goes over to the sink to wash the scalpel. But when she looks into the mirror, she realizes she no longer sees Maria. Feeling frightened and alone, Iram returns home. The movie comes to an end as she climbs onto the bed of her mother, and a series of mirrored burst shots implies Maria and Iram now merged as one. If you enjoyed this recap, kindly like and subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon. Do let us know what you think about the movie in the comments section below. Enjoy other movie explanations on our channel. Thanks for watching.